All right, guys, today let's talk about visa in general. My experience with visa, and then what I have to say, my story, how I started, and was, how I came to Turkey, and how is it going. This is how my story goes. In 2015, after I finished my studies, after I finished my high school in 2014, I had to study for ACT in order for me to go to abroad to go and have my studies. So I took the ACT exams, which I had a 6 month training, and then I wrote the ACT exams. And luckily enough, I had a very good score. I think mathematics I had about 700 and something, and then English I had like 500 and something. And the writing was very little because I'm not good at writing. So after that, what happened is that I applied for university in Turkey here. So when I came here, when I came to Turkey, my course that I'm supposed to study was physics in education. But my program was in Turkish. Okay, so after 1 year of studying Turkish language, I had to, in the course of studying Turkish language, I applied to another university, which is Middle East Technical University, for engineering program. So when I got there, so I had admission in Middle East Technical University, and then I moved from there to that place. So during this period, a lot of things has happened. My permit has been cancelled. And then financial problems. I had to go back to Ghana, and I'm going to explain everything in this video for you to understand, listen to my story. So when I moved from Hacettepe University, where I'm supposed to study for physics education, and that's where I did my language, Turkish language course for 1 year, and then I moved to Middle East Technical University. When I was moving to Middle East Technical University, I had a resident permit, which was 3 years valid. Okay, so during the process, I am supposed to go to the immigration and report again that I have changed my university, so my permit should be updated, or I should have applied new one within 20 days, I guess, those days. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So immediately I canceled my admission in Hacettepe University. The Hacettepe University sent a letter to the immigration that I have completed. Okay, I have finished my studies with them. So when I went to O2, for example, Middle East Technical University, I am supposed to reapply again. So I can remember very well that during the registration, the International Student Board, they warned me that I should reapply again, but I didn't listen because I thought I knew everything I know everything. So I did not pay attention to them, and then I just moved with my studies thinking that I have 3 years resident permit, so I don't have to apply again. Now this is a warning to all of you that will be coming, those that have the attention, those that have studied in one university and now trying to move to another university. If you have a admission or you have a permit in one university and you have decided to change that university to another university, you have to reapply it again. You don't have to use the same permit in the second university you'll be going to. So after that, for 1 year in O2, financial problems, a lot of challenges, and sometimes transportation is a problem for me. So many things has happened. Sometimes because of exams, because of transportation, I couldn't write exams and all those things. So many challenges I was facing. So what happened is that I had to, when the time reached for me to renew, I realized that my permit has been cancelled for almost a year and a half ago. And I remember very well that the immigration officer who was there called me in their office. It was an old immigration office in Ankara here, which was very old. So it was just one building, and then just like a 2 floors or something like that also. So when I went to the boss office, the boss, he wished he could have helped me, but there's nothing he can do for me. But the best option for me is for me to go back home and come back. And this happened in 2018. And I came in 2015. So that is almost like 3 years now. I was in the country. let's say after 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that, I don't have, my permit has been terminated. I don't know. So I have no option than to find a flight ticket and then go back home and get new visa and come back. So when I went back home in 2015, I remember very well, 2018, when I was going back home, I have nothing. I had nothing. Like, I have no money. And luckily enough, it was during the fasting time, which was in May, very well. I remember that because I went back home after fasting, or during fasting rather. I think I went back home. I went back on 5th of May or June rather. I cannot remember the exact date, but I remember that I went home within this time. So when I went back home, I had to go and apply for new visa, and the new visa also, because I have overstayed, it's not the same. It's not like the normal process again. And likely enough, when I was going, I took all the receipts of the payment that I've made to the school, the school fees and everything. I took it with me, and I take it home. So when I got home, I applied for new visa. So I did everything myself. So that's why sometimes when someone is facing challenges, I know exactly what the person's problem is. So this happened. All this thing happened in 2018. So what happened is that in 2018, I missed the full semester in the university. When I came back, the registration is already gone. So I have no option than to take a leave from the university. So I took a leave from university, and then I was teaching. I forgot to tell you this. So what happened is that when I went to Ghana to apply for the visa, I couldn't get a visa so easily, because when I got home in May or June, I was in Ghana for almost like 6 months. So I came back somewhere around December or October. I came back around November, if I can remember very well. I went back like May. So I applied for the visa. And then they sent the information to Minister of Foreign Affairs in Turkey here to approve my visa for me, because they said I have overstayed. So they want to find a reason if I am qualified to come in again. And I contacted my school. My school sent the letter to the embassy. Everything the school has done for me, and I'm so grateful for that, because I was able to have access to my portal and send a message to my advisor. So my advisor was able to send all the information to the embassy, and then the school also sent a letter to the embassy. But the only thing left was the Minister of Foreign Affairs to approve my coming in. So the Minister of Foreign Affairs also, they sent the letter. It was taking months, like 2 months no response, 3 months no response, 4 months no response. So like, I had a very good brother here. It's like a brother to me. I called him. So he called me rather and asked me, what has happened? I said, they say they have sent information to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, blah blah blah. So what happened? So he's told me that he will go there the next day. So I was here. Then the next day, he went there. They said, they have seen the letter. So the minister is not around. So he's not. If he comes around, he approve it. So many stories. So I was like, oh man, God, will I go back to? Will I come back to take again? So many stories going through my head. So after like 3 weeks, my friend went back to again. Like my brother went back to again to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and then they approved my letter. So immediately they approved my letter. The following day, they called me for my visa. Oh my goodness. That was so, I was so excited that, imagine that you have been in a situation praying, thinking that your visa will not be approved again, like for months, 4 months, almost like 5 months, your visa has not been approved, no communication and nothing from them. There's nothing happening from them. So I forgot to tell you this. When I was going out from Turkey, so I was staying for almost like 2 years. I paid fine at the airport. So those days I paid almost like $1,500. That's almost like $350 those days. So I was like, I don't know how to say. I had nothing with me. And what God being so good, one of our brothers here helped me with the ticket. So he bought a ticket for me. I will never forget about this. So he helped me with the ticket. He bought a ticket for me, and then I go back home. And thank you so much for that wonderful listen. I will never forget about this. So he bought a ticket for me, and then the little money that my father sent to me, I used that one to buy some stuff for my little brothers and sisters to send to them home. So a lot of things. So when I got my visa now, I came back to Turkey. So when I came back to Turkey, The full semester I didn't go to school because I took a leave, and then the next year I took another leave again. So I took like 1 year leave. I didn't go to school. I was just in the system. So during this time, what I was doing is I was teaching, as I was an English teacher. So I was teaching in the British English culture. It's a language school. I was teaching over there. So when I was teaching over there, they were paying me good, yeah, because those days they were paying me like was it 25 lira per hour? 25 lira per hour. I remember, and that is almost like a $6 those days. If I remember very well, like $6. Yeah. So at the end of the month I could make like $1,000, and that was almost like 7,000 lira those days. So it was a very good money for me, and then I was so glad. Yeah, like I was making like over like $1,000 because I was teaching English culture, and I was teaching the prestige English. So I wasn't having time, because those times that I took the leave I was just teaching English. So during that time, during the period of me teaching English, I was able to meet a lot of business people who were also those who want to learn English. So I got to them. So when I got to meet these business people in the line of me teaching them English, I said no, I also have to do business. So I was, but those is me. I'm a kind of person that I'm very, when it comes to learning, I will be so calm to listen, and then I will advise anyone that is watching me that anytime you are with someone, do more listening than talking. You don't have to prove your point to someone that is above you. You don't have to prove your point to anyone that you think is above you. You don't have to prove your point to that person. I'm saying this because sometimes when you find ourselves or in a situation, we try to challenge or we're trying to show that we also know something. Sometimes, listen, I don't know, those of you who have read this book, Power, okay? You understand that never outcome your master, because people feel intimidated when you are trying to overcome them. They will find a way to bring you down. Now, there is something I just want to say this. So in the course of meeting these business people or businessmen who were learning English from me, who I was teaching English, I've learned a lot of things. A lot of things. Sometimes there are some things that they are even telling me which I already knew, but I pretend I've seen, I don't know. And I listen and listen and listen. Now, I'm going to say this to those of you that when you find yourself in Turkey, or you find yourself with anyone, and then the person is teaching you something, do more listening than talking. Do not prove your point, and don't do anything because of money from the beginning. From the beginning, if you have absolutely no experience, money should be your last option that you think about. I'm saying this. Money should be the last option that you think about. Now, after meeting this kind of business people, sometimes I already have a dream. Okay, I already have something that I want to really do, but I don't have the financial muscles to do it. So I was putting forward to this kind of people. So I was able to get the idea, or able to learn a lot of things from this kind of people. So when I was with these people, what did I learn? I learned one thing about business. And this one, I will always share it with anyone. When you are doing business does not bring money always. But business, you will make your money from the people that trust you with their money. That's why you make your money. You can have a lot of money in your account, and that you can use that money to be doing business. That you using that money, same money, to solve your problem. But that money may not be yours, but it's for the people that trust you with their money. So, for example, the first person that I met was Mr. I don't want to mention his name. He has really taught me a lot of things, okay? Business-wise, idea-wise, how he does his things, how he's organized, how he operates his things. I learned from him. That is one thing, is that do not mix business with friendship. And do not mix business with family. Because business in such a way that when I'm doing it with people, do with people that you will not feel ashamed, or you not feel something to speak your mind or to tell them exactly what you want. Because if you have your father who is not a business partner, but just you are bringing him as a family member to your business, if your father does something wrong, you cannot tell him to stop. because he's your father. You don't want to disrespect him. So always do away with the family, separate family with business. And trust me, and whoever comes to the business should be the person that you can tell, hey, listen, this you have done this one, I don't like it, let's go buy this. Anyway, that's the story. Now, after that, I was in Turkey here, so during the process, I started to do YouTube videos. That's after 2019. When I came back, I started to do YouTube videos. So I started to share my experience, to start to help people to find accommodation, try to help people to apply for permit, try to help people to provide with the insurance, try to help people with the hospital. So many things I was helping people. And I was like, I love the job. I love it. Like, I love it when I'm helping someone to do something. I love when anytime I'm helping someone to like, I love it. I don't know how to explain to you. Like, and then I like that. No, I like that thing. That's my passion. So immediately I saw that, then I started to take it, like, to make it in more or less like I'm providing service to people. So from there, I forgot to tell one story. Before I go back to Ghana, my first job was a cleaner in a hotel. And that hotel now, that hotel is very, very close to me now. Where I live is very close now. It's just some 15 minutes walk away from here. Very, very close. That's how I used to work before. And I remember very well that when I was working there, we came and picked someone in the Hilton Hotel from that here. The Hilton Hotel is just behind me here right now. That is 4 years ago. The Hilton Hotel is just behind me here. My goodness. So, and if someone said I will also be living in this same neighborhood, I will deceive you, because the neighborhood I'm living is a neighborhood that, like, people, they say people that are live here, that it's a student neighborhood. It's a neighborhood that is made up of a lot of students, but a lot of foreigners also as well. But you can see you have embassy, hotel, and all those stuff. So it's very easy for you to go to city center. So if someone said that Sheriff I will be living here maybe 4 years, 5 years ago, 5 years later, I would say no. So I was working in that hotel as a cleaner. Okay, so when I was doing there as a cleaner, how did I find a job? Like, I just want to work by those days, because I have no money. I just want to work. I have no money. So I was checking online and I saw it, and they said they need only Turkish person. But I called them on phone. I said, listen, I can clean the hotel very well. So they invited me to the hotel. They give me the test for it. They said they are going to test me for 2 days, and that 2 days I did so many jobs. And there's one thing I just want to say. You know, our ego, we should stop listening to friends, because you and that person I know the same thing. Because don't try to see yourself like above some things, otherwise a lot of opportunities will pass you. So always just try to do things based on who you are, based on your condition. Don't try to look at who that person is and the person say, oh no, don't do this kind of job, it's not good for you. No, you have to do certain jobs in order for you to go to some level. So when I was in that hotel, I was cleaning, and then all of a sudden I was the one managing the hotel booking system. The hotel list, I was the one managing it. I was the one picking clients from the airport to the hotel. I was the one taking the clients to the market. I was doing so many things which I don't know what happened. Like, I was helping them. I met a lot of people from Australia, from America, from Norway, like those people. So we're having a lot of conversation. Norwich, like so many people. I remember it. But the long story short was that I was fired after 1 month. I was fired because the man told me not to get closer to one client. He said if he called me, I shouldn't go. But when he called me, because I was so naive, I went there and then I was fired. So and that month, the boss told me something. He said, listen, Sheriff, it is okay to be good to people, but not always. And this statement that he said to me, it always stick to my head here, always. When he was firing me, that's what he said. Say, hey, listen, I know you're a very good person. You have a very clean heart, but it's not always good to be okay with people, to be nice to people, because some people are just hypocrite, or they're just pretending. So you just have to find a way to understand. And because my brain I'm still novice. I don't still understand how the system works. I'm still learning. So when I left there, I felt so bad, but it was okay. Then after 1 week, I moved I went to Antalya to go and work again. I went to Antalya I was a gardener over there. Oh, that one was so good because I'll be the garden with the mower on the lawns and those things, and I was cleaning dishes in the kitchen. And then after that, in the evening, we go and swim in the beach. Also, it was so good. It was very nice experience, and that one also I worked there for just 1 month, and I left because I had a cut. I cut my hand here. I think one of my hand here. Yeah, this place. I was cleaning, washing the bottles, and the bottle crack. The bottle. I said the bottle. Teacup crack, and then it cut my hand. So I just told him I have to leave. So by then also I was kind of new in the system. I don't really know what is really happening. So I just left from there, and I came back to Ankara. So long story short, when I came back to Turkey, I was helping people, like giving advice and all those things, like what. And all of a sudden, I became expert. I don't know how should I say expert or something like that. People call me for consultation, all those things, like ask me some questions which I already know because I've experienced them before. And then from there, we take it from them. Then somewhere around 2019, I started to buy goods for people.